Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues, and we are finishing off the semifinals here in the Novice League, trying to get that Novice Grand Final all set up. Joined with me in the booth is Rocker Man. Rocker Man, it's been a long night for you, but how you doing, man?
Oh, it's been a long night, but we're not done yet, Flip. We've got some more novice action. We got to determine the other semifinal, or well, other grand finalist here. Pawns versus Spitfires. It's going to be a great matchup. I think it'll be better than the last one. And the last one is pretty good too, going to game six. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting one to watch out for here.
Yeah, Pawns and Spitfires really neck and neck, not only in like their standings, but power rankings as well. A lot of these people consider them like the 2, 3. Some people might even put Pawns at 1, but just these two teams, they've always been neck and neck, and now they're facing off in the semifinals, seeing if they can go all the way. As we have 3 of the top 5 players in all of Novice. I mean, we have
Yeah.
Neonz and Jet who are on the Spitfires, and I mean, we saw them in the quarterfinals, and they kind of popped off. But on the other side, Rocker Man, he's been a demon, a menace, an absolute, I don't even know, anomaly this season.
Yeah.
RyAndGav, he is him, and he's trying to show up and show out here to make his grand final in the Novice League and put a little exclamation mark on his historic season so far here in season 11.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this might be one of the most historic Nemesis seasons ever. I mean, he's kind of flown under the radar. I know I've talked with a lot of novices and seen the chatter. They definitely think he's a really good player, but the stats he's putting up, when you look just purely on stats, are historic. A 1.4 player rating, 1.408 on the player rating is literally off the charts. We've never had someone be that high in one league before. The man is top three in goals per game, assists per game, and saves per game. So, I mean, if there's one person that's doing it all, it's RyAndGav on the Pawns. This guy is built different. But on the other end, Flip, like you mentioned, you got that dynamic duo there on the Spitfire is going to try to take him down. So it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a great watch here to see battle the two of the top five, or I guess three of the top five going head to head, and then I mean obviously some other great players on the pitch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And these two teams, they know that they're playing Diffusion, who has been that 1 seed pretty consistently for this season. So they want to take down that 1 seed. They want to play the best of the best, but they gotta get through each other first. Now we're gonna get here into game number 1, but Rocketman, real quick, I'm gonna take Pawns. I have faith in RyAndGav. But, the Spitfires team could always make a play, but RyAndGav's going to start us off early. So before you can make a prediction, this man, he's going to show me, just who he should be rooting for as a great shot comes through here 3 seconds into the game.
Well, I mean, now my hand's been forced here, I think we're gonna have to rock with the pawns. This guy, RyAndGav, is gonna be just a menace, like you mentioned, to watch out for on the pitch. He makes the right plays. He's assisting. He's saving. He's literally just all over the pitch. But I would like to pick the pawns, but there's something about these Spitfires. I like the Jet and Neonz combo that's coming through here. So I'm really curious to see if they can do it. I'm gonna take the Spitfires actually in this one. Spitfires in 6.
Yeah, they are a team that is hot off a quick sweep in the quarterfinals, so they are looking to kind of continue that momentum. The Pawns haven't played a single playoff game yet, although that did not affect Diffusion at all. They are still that 1 seed that is going to make the grand finals, but now the 2 seed in the Pawns looking to get back, as well as the double coming from RyAndGav wasn't able to go in. Fluffy couldn't put it away, but Savage is finally able to make this lead 2-0.
Yeah, Savage, another great player here, just coming with the speed, and that's what the pawns can do to you. They can really put the speed on the pitch here, and a quick 2-0 lead there for them. Gonna be a great start.
Yeah, and be careful before it extends even farther. Savage not going to be able to get that shot on, but another shot coming through. Fluffy not going to get the double off the post bounce, but no offense really here for the Spitfires. It has been all Pawns so far. They are looking to make their second ever playoff sorry, playoff win, and I'm pretty sure their first ever Grand Finals appearance. But they need to make win this first game first. They are still having 3.5 minutes to go, but RyAndGav continuing to put on that pressure as now Lil NyQuil, which is a fire name, able to get it past a couple players, but once again Savage, consistent player, able to pinch it all the way down. Jet, who is known for his speed, hence the name, as Neonz now going for the double tap off the backboard. RyAndGav couldn't get there, and Neonz making a play happen, saying RyAndGav's not the only great player on this pitch.
Yeah, definitely not. What a read from Neonz coming back out of this one, putting it in, and that's what you love to see. These novices putting out some highlights on us here. Great play right there to make it happen.
You know, we were talking with Mallow just a bit before this game, and we call this a low prospect game because of these high caliber players. RyAndGav, obviously one of those, as he puts his second of the series in.
Yeah, and RyAndGav just really on a different plane than these other novice players. Even in this lobby with a great kickoff there and the follow, it's just the speed and the ability to follow up on the ball that's making the big difference here in this one. And another big goal here is the Pawns extend their lead.
Now can the Spitfires answer back? We saw Neonz pull out a great double to do that, but they need to do it twice before this game is over, and maybe a third time as Savage gets a long clear, just off target though, so Neonz is going to be able to clear it away. RyAndGav to the sidewall, going to try to get a pass mid, doesn't have the boost for a pinch, but his teammate's shot not going to go through, as Jet now with the long clear. Jet with the great dunk, RyAndGav has 0 boost, Jet with the shot, but RyAndGav still able to make the save. Savage couldn't get a touch on it, so Neon pops it high. Neon's able to get a flip reset, but not past anybody, as Jet has to clear it to his own corner. NyQuil taking control, gets it past one. RyAndGav's there, but gets dunked. Neon's up in the air, so dangerous. Played it slow, and Savage was able to get back to it. Now Jet to the other side. Fluffy, he's turning up the wall. No, it's going to go down, and that's an open net. RyAndGav, can he put it away? He's back to his own teammate. The smartness, the plays, the vision from RyAndGav securing that goal. Neon's would have had that save, but no. Pawns go up 4-1.
Oh my goodness, and that is just an insane play, especially in the Novice League, to hit the ball back down in your teammate, and for Fluffy to follow up behind on that one. Just a really well played shot right there, and the Pawns really showing no signs. That one almost finds its way in. They're showing no signs here, Flip, of that bye. In the Titan and the Novice League, there's that you're off for 2 weeks if you get that bye into the semifinals because of the play-ins and because of the first round. So these guys haven't played an actual Nemesis match in quite some time, and they're showing no signs of being rusty.
And that's good news if you're a Pawns fan, as they are looking to take a commanding win here in game 1. Still a minute and a half to go though, as Savage plays it over to NyQuil, but NyQuil's touch is bad as that ball was behind his teammate. Jet still able to get back to it. Jet also able to get a flick over RyAndGav, but he doesn't have any boost now. Trying to find his teammates, tries to get a 50, but Fluffy is going to win that one. RyAndGav to the sidewall. RyAndGav now just going for a flick shot over one. No, Neon's able to get up there in time to make that save. Savage to the corner. That ball bouncing awkwardly. Jet, 0 boost, has to get a touch. Not going to come through. Savage got a bump, but not the ball. And so it's just going to float right past, and a good clear coming out. Buys this Spitfires team some time for a little bit. NyQuil all the way downfield. RyAndGav had that pre-jump though over NyQuil, and Jets is not going to be able to get a touch as Neon passed it over to his teammate NyQuil, and Savage able to get the long clear. Savage looking for the follow to the corner. NyQuil pops it high. The offense from both these teams seems to have, started to come together a little bit, but it has still been all Pawns the entire time, it feels like. A couple shots here and there for the Spitfires, but so far not that great of chances, as this long clear turns into a shot. Now RyAndGav trying to pass it over to Fluffy. Now Fluffy couldn't get there because he did get bumped, but you can see a little bit more cohesion coming out here from the Pawns, and now a couple counterattacks are coming through, Rocker Man, but with 10 seconds left, you're looking to game 2 here. The Pawns are going to win this one. Spitfires, we saw flashes of it, but overall, Rocker Man, it has been all Pawns this entire time.
It really has just been the Pawns just putting on the offensive pressure, putting on the shots, and the Spitfires here just really didn't have anything really go their way. I mean, they got a goal in the back of the net, but it was honestly just domination by the Pawns, 11-4 in the shot department there, and just a full set of work for them. And you know, if you're the Spitfires here, you gotta find a way just to get rid of the game one jitters. I mean, you've already played like you already played a playoff match this season. Gotta win, but you still gotta lock back in. And this is a different beast here that you're playing up against. So you gotta find a way to lock back in. Find the pressure, find some shots, and don't let the Pawns just slam every shot into your net. You gotta take some control, and you gotta be ready to match RyAndGav's pace, because RyAndGav, he's leading his team with that pace to have his teammates follow him and be at that same pace. Spitfires need to match that so that they can build up the pace themselves and try to get some good offensive control and get a good attack ending the game too.
Now, can we get an answer from the Spitfires? As the Pawns once again trying to get that offense going early. RyAndGav had 7 shots. That's more than double almost the entire Pawns team last game. Neonz, he was the one that made that great double touch, but you're going to need to do that more consistently. Make some more brilliant plays if you want to get past this Pawns team, as now Fluffy and Savage looking to combine. That's off the backboard. RyAndGav going to take his time. He's a great offensive player, but he's top 3 in saves as well, as he's able to get a long clear there. Savage popped that ball high. Savage is able to follow this one, going for the 50. Jet gets it past him. Fluffy pops that ball high. RyAndGav with 0 boost on the back end, so he does pick up 100. So Neonz has to go for a flip reset. Gets it past 1, but Fluffy able to get the long clear over a knife wheel. Fluffy going for the shot, but it's going to hit off the corner. Bouncing mid. The demo from Neonz coming through. That's one way you stop RyAndGav. He is, if he's out on the field, he's not a threat, but he still respawns and trying to make a play happen. And a minute in, we haven't seen an early goal like we did last game. Honestly, I've seen a lot more offense here from the Spitfires as well. They look to be over those game 1 jitters, Rockerman, and kind of settling into their own pace.
Yeah, I think they really are settling in here. Right now, stuck with not a lot of boost here, but they haven't given up the early goal. And like you mentioned, you found a couple demos. If you can take, a player like RyAndGav off the pitch here, if you're the Spitfires, you're going to set yourselves up for some good opportunities. But really, Savage and Fluffy have really been following behind really well and matching that pace. So like Mallow said, like you brought up, it's almost like a low prospect game, as this ball is dangerous there, but not quite going to find its way on target yet.
Yeah, a couple shots that, if this was a prospect game, you might be able to expect a goal there, but in the end, man, it wouldn't be Novice without a couple Novice moments. So we, makes us aware that they're still Novice players. They still make mistakes. RyAndGav is not invincible, and Jet 40's proven that right now.
And no mistakes here from Jet 40. A little touch over the top. Gonna pop the flick to the net there. Able to send it in. That is a great play. And that is the guy I'm looking for if I'm the Spitfires. You need Jet to be popping off. He is almost the heart and soul of this team. If you ask me, I mean, Neonz and NyQuil, great players, but when I think of the Spitfires here, I think of Jet to try to step up big, and that's a huge goal, a huge play to give his team some momentum here and give him a fighting chance in this series as they're trying to fire some shots on net.
Neon's going to get the double off the back wall, but not going to go through. But yes, this Spitfire team seems to have come to life a little bit. Neon's now trying to find another opportunity to attack. Savage, who has been a very solid player, and Fluffy as well. Fluffy with a beautiful shot. That one top binge. Jet not able to get to it. And the Savage Fluffy duo, they're saying, hey, we're great players too. Don't forget about us.
Yeah, no, and Fluffy, Nemesis veteran, long-time Novice League player there. He is finally looking to try to get up there, get himself a chance at a championship, and that's a great shot. Definitely playing very well in this series. I think all the Pawns have looked very solid so far, and a nice shot to bring this game tied at 1 apiece.
1 apiece, and could be going to 2-1 as Neonz is able to sneak it through. Savage just not able to get a good read on that ball, and Rockerman, this one huge here for the Spitfires.
Yeah, Neon's way to attack on that one, just put the pressure on, and that's what happens. You get an awkward ball coming down from the ceiling there. You're gonna get awkward touches, and Neonz was ready for that play. So great awareness by Neonz. Another great player. Give his team the lead right back.
Now, can the Pawns answer? Who will the Pawns answer with is probably the better question, because these teams both have great offenses. I feel like we're gonna see a couple more goals. A great bump coming out. RyAndGav's touch not gonna be able to get doubled, because that ball was just a little too high. Fluffy though, gonna try to find a pass mid. Savage almost over his head, barely able to get a touch on that ball, but it's still the Spitfires on the attack. RyAndGav takes the 100 boost, takes his time on the ball. NyQuil just diving in. Jets buys his time, but still, RyAndGav's able to get past him. NyQuil's not able to get the demo. That ball off the crossbar. A good shot could come through here, but that ball's going to get hit to the corner instead. And Jets, with 0 boost, able to make the clear past one. Able to get it past another. Savage has to be the cleanup through there. RyAndGav not able to get a touch, and so that ball pops high. Jets touch, kind of floating in the midfield. Fluffy with the touch off the backboard. No follow-up, but the shot from Savage couldn't go in, and Neonz is able to make a great save. That ball back to the midfield for RyAndGav, but NyQuil and Neon's able to team up for that clear. NyQuil now pops that ball high. Jets is going to be there for the shot. RyAndGav there for the save. RyAndGav now able to get it past another. Neon's last man back. Jet racing back for him as well. RyAndGav doesn't have a lot of boost. Still able to make the pass, and Fluffy's still able to make the shot.
Yeah, Fluffy gonna come through with a big one here. It's another great pass here from RyAndGav. Just sending that one in a lot of pace, and Neonz and Jet just not ready to get up for that ball. You gotta be ready there, especially if you're Neonz, knowing that ball's coming. You gotta be ready to jump up quick and challenge those balls before they get across your net like that. And he wasn't able to do it that time, and the Pawns gonna tie it back up, looking to take a 2-0 lead.
Now, can they try to score another? RyAndGav was going for a solo play, but that ball wasn't being able to get touched by NyQuil. Jet couldn't get a touch either. NyQuil finally able to get a shot on, and Savage has the save, as now he's able to pick up 100 boost. Trying to get a little flick over one. That ball bouncing awkwardly, but NyQuil got to it in time. Fluffy's touch towards the midfield as Savage wasn't able to get to it. RyAndGav, again, a floater across net, not able to be met by Fluffy. As now RyAndGav once again looking for that pass. Fluffy pops it up. Savage would have been there, but a crucial touch coming from the Spitfires defense.
Yeah, Spitfire's able to deny it, and we got overtime here in game 2, flipping. Honestly, we haven't seen a lot of overtime,
no, we don't.
We're not going to see much longer. Savage sends it in to end the game, and the Pawns take a 2-0 lead.
RyAndGav's kickoffs are so lethal. One thing I've noticed, honestly, that's the second one already this series. RyAndGav scored, either got a goal himself or an assist off the kickoff. So the kickoffs for the Spitfires definitely not what you want to see. But the Spitfires played a lot better here in game 2. Seems like they've started to warm up a little bit, and this battle seems a lot closer than it did in game number 1.
Yeah, it does seem a lot closer. But for me, you have to wonder, is it time for that tactical timeout? You're down 0-2. Flip, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of 0-2 timeouts this season. I feel like a lot of timeouts have been held. I feel like in the past, we've seen so many 0-2 timeouts. You get down 0-2, it's timeout time right away. But a lot of teams have opted not to use them. The Spitfires, they're just saying play on.
Yeah, I mean, the timeouts, sometimes they're used in different ways. In fact, we saw Blaze use their timeout. They were up 2-1, yeah. But their timeout was used after they were up 2-0. They lost the third game, so they took that timeout immediately, and they were able to win 4-1. So, you know, a timeout like that could really just kind of stop the other team in their tracks. But whenever you're down 2-0 like this, you want to find any chance you can, and so I would have used my timeout. But maybe they were starting to cook Rockerman, and so maybe they think they have enough in the tank, but it's going to be tough to get past this Pawns team. A good demo there, but in fact, RyAndGav was able to get a bump on him, so NyQuil could not take a shot. Neonz now. Not a lot of boost, but really awkward. RyAndGav's shot gets blocked by Jet. 30 seconds in, and a couple demos already coming through. We're seeing more physical play coming out from both these teams. Both these teams, they want to scratch, claw, find their way, find their opportunities. Savage trying to find one here. Try an opportunity open. Jets on the backboard. A little bit awkward. That touch out towards the midfield as Fluffy is going to be able to get there. Savage touch goes backward. RyAndGav able to answer it. But that ball gets cleared long. Savage going to send it right back to the Spitfires half. Able to get a dunk as well. Jets, though, who can be so dangerous on the dribble. Oh, the turtle dribble. You never see those in Prospect. That's a great dribble there attempt from Jet. But instead it didn't work, because I would have loved to see that on the highlight reel. But minute into this game, Rockerman and these two teams kind of settled in a little bit now. We're 2 games into this series. They kind of know what they're looking for, but nobody has found that goal quite yet.
Yeah, no, and at this point, Spitfires, you gotta find something. We talk a lot in the series about when it's at 2-1 and you're in that game 4, it's the pivot point of the series, but I think this is the pivotal game right here, right now. If you're the Spitfires, you cannot afford to go down 0-3 against this Pawns team that has been such a menace. They defeated you on the last day of the regular season, so they're just crazy. They're crazy. You can't let a great team like this get up on you, especially up 3-0, try to pull off the reverse sweep. So Spitfires, whatever you got to do here, you got to lock in, find a way to find a goal, find some offensive pressure. Oh my goodness, kamikaze demos in the air there, as that one's going to be sent out. But yes, Spitfires here, you need to put the pressure on and find a goal right here.
They're trying, but Kamikaze, sadly, Rocker, he was in the 10 o'clock game. Or maybe the 9 o'clock game, sorry. Yeah,
it was a 9 o'clock.
Rivalry. 9 o'clock game. But, he's already played, so no more Kamikaze today, hopefully, as now RyAndGav trying to find a way through for these Pawns. A good demo there from Jet on Fluffy, but Savage could have had a shot, but Neonz blocked that well. The defense from the Spitfires seems much improved, but also seems like these Pawns have kind of taken their foot off the gas. RyAndGav trying to prove me wrong here. The Fluffy shot, though, going to hit the crossbar, but Savage is going to be able to be the cleanup crew and put that one away.
Yeah, Savage able to send it in. It's a great pass out here. Fluffy can't quite squeeze it in, and the Spitfires just completely lost on where the ball was there, and that one can be sent in, and it's not looking too pretty right now if you're a Spitfires fan, as the Pawns really just continually put on so much pressure.
And the pressure is not just the one man. Obviously, RyAndGav, great player, but Fluffy and Savage have been putting on a great performance as well. RyAndGav trying to show you why he's the #1 rated player in all of Nemesis, but not able to do that there, as Jets with another great save. As Savage now trying to find a bounce to himself. Able to get a 50 on that ball, so RyAndGav's going to have a touch all the way downfield. Savage, he's up.
Oh.
He's looking for a touch off the backboard. RyAndGav not going to get there. Fluffy elects not to go. Jets, not a lot of boost. So Fluffy's going to pop that one. No, he's not going to make contact as Jets is able to get the 50. This ball could be dangerous, but Savage gets a touch out. Neonz is already there, though. Neonz to the backboard. Can Nyquil get the shot? Not past Savage. As now Fluffy gonna leave that one for RyAndGav. RyAndGav over one. RyAndGav gets bumped, but it's an own goal, and that one could be the most costly of the series.
Yeah, that one is gonna leave a mark as RyAndGav just pops it up, and then a bump comes through, and Neon's just not quite ready to get that one away. That one is gonna hurt here. Minute 19, and the Spitfires, they need to find something. There's just no offensive pressure, and that one that hurts.
The kickoffs for the Spitfires. This is the 3rd kickoff goal in these 3 games, and Fluffy able to just kind of win it. And Rockerman, the demoralizing part is that that was Neonz again. I'm pretty sure. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he own goals and then he allows a kickoff goal. You're down 3-0 in the game. You're about to be down 4-0 in the game. You're about to be down 3-0 in the series. RyAndGav able to put that one away, but man, it's looking more and more hopeless as time goes on.
Yeah, and that's why I really would have loved to see the timeout in the last one. I think, like I said, there are different ways to use that tactical timeout depending on how the series is going. I know in our series, when we went down 2-0, we didn't call a timeout because all the goals were 1-goal games. We had good pressure. But in this series, I mean, the games were close, but you can kind of see the results of this now. Now you're getting blown out here. Now it's 5-0. The mental is probably booming there after a big miss. And, I think they really had to stop the bleeding in the last break before this game. But now find themselves down 5-0. The timeout is incoming. It's just about, can you reverse sweep this 3-headed monster of Pawns? It could be possible, but the Spitfires need to make us believe.
Spitfires trying to make us believe with some demos and a shot from Lil Nyquil, who finally able to break the 100-point margin. It's been a struggle for him for the past couple of games, but some good demos coming through and good shot as well.
Yeah, no, that was a good shot, a good play, and that's something to build on. Maybe finding those demos could open up some space here for the Spitfires because the Pawns have just had all the pressure. And oh, I missed I missed open net there by them, but you know the Spitfires they still do have they still have some pressure, they still have some life, you know, but you really gotta dig in here and find something. And this one's just gonna fall in, and well, they're gonna find another one in the back of the net,
Hey,
and you know, better late than never, I guess.
you know what? This is a great heads-up play by Jet. He not only gets the touch, but he bumps RyAndGav, so his touch, or so the bump kills all his momentum, so the touch just makes the ball fall into the net. Absolutely calculated from Jet. Beautiful craftsmanship there on that shot. But most importantly, that's their only second shot. And it's also their second goal. Finally, you know, that 100% shooting comes to an end with with Neon's shot there and RyAndGav making that save. But you know, they're clinical at least with their chances. However, whenever you're down 2-5, you would like some more quantity here if you're Spitfires. However, good signs of what's to come. They've scored 2 goals in a row at this point, Pawns. They had that 5-0 lead. It got cut down to 2-5. You know, if you're looking at any bright side here, if you are the Spitfires, it's that you were able to make something happen. This game is not just completely outmatched. You're able to do some things on the offensive end and the defensive end, but you just got to clean up the misses, the whiffs, and the communication. It's a lot to cover in this timeout. If they even call it, I'm not sure if they're going to, but Rocketman, they got to get this thing settled, figured out, if they want a chance at even winning a game at this point.
Yeah, they do, and they are going to call the timeout, which they needed to do. If they didn't, you know, Flip, I might have just went in there and called it for them at this point because
Yeah.
they need something. You got to use it. You know, it's the playoffs here. Your season is on the line, so you got to call the timeout. Try to talk this over and try to make something happen because right now you're getting outclassed on every front right here, and you just need one to go your way. That's all it takes here. You can't be thinking reverse sweep. You know, you can't be thinking about it's only been done 3 times in Nemesis history. It's only been done by 1 seeds. You know, you got to think we can take this one game at a time and try to battle back. And you know, you really got to be talking it over and figure out what's going to work for you because not a lot has flipped. To be honest with you, I don't want to be a hater. You know, I'm not trying to say that you know these guys are you know playing poorly, but it's really been a Pawns masterclass so far, and you know you just gotta talk it over and you know you just gotta come out this game and lay it all on the line. This is your season right here. You gotta make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also, you know, you got to think about it like this, Rocketman. It's kind of like, you know, you're playing ranked and you lose 3 in a row. You know, you don't think about, I'm on a 3-game loss streak. No, you think about, hey, I could go on a 4-game win streak and win all my MMR right back. You know, it's just
That's
that
true.
simple. Yeah, slingshot theory. If you guys don't know what slingshot theory is, it's you know, you pull yourself back to the depths of the MMR and then you shoot yourself all the way back up. It's why
Oh,
I'm currently sitting in champ 3. So you know, it's how you do it. And so you know, this has all been a tactical ploy from the from the Spitfire, sorry, to kind of lull the Pawns into a false sense of security. And I think they're going to bounce back even harder than ever, and maybe score 3 goals and still lose the series 4-0. I have faith in my Pawns. I think they're going to win this one, Rocket Man. But you know what? I'd be pleased to be proven wrong here. It's always nice to see teams battle back. So let's get this thing underway. Jet, thank you. As we are now headed into game number 4 here. Can the reverse sweep begin, or will the clean sweep come right on through for the Pawns? As now the Pawns already getting started in the Spitfires territory. Neon's able to get a long clear. Now he's going to look for a teammate, but Savage and Fluffy combined to shut him down. RyAndGav now with a little bit of time. He's going to bang that ball over Jet. That one's going to hit the backboard. NyQuil able to clear it to the corner. And now Fluffy gonna get a touch. Neonz not gonna be able to get a great touch, but he's gonna find Jet, and RyAndGav couldn't get a touch on it. Jet now either has a shot or has the attempt to make a pass. It's gonna go across net. NyQuil and Neonz have to combine to get the assist, but Jet is the one who did all the work.
yeah, Jet gonna fire it over there. May have had a shot to shoot it, but the pass actually works out better because Fluffy may have gotten there. So a great pass, and this is what you want to see for the Spitfires. If there's one thing I take when I'm in these positions like this, Flip, when you're down 0-3, it's a lot like when you get into a game 7. I always tell my teammates, let's get the first goal. We need the first goal, whatever it takes. Get that first goal in the game 7. And when you're down 3-0, when you're trying to make a comeback like this, you needed to get the momentum back on your side. And the Spitfires, with that first goal, they may have something cooking here.
Now can the Pawns answer back over the Spitfires? Timeout deem successful as Savage is able to get a long clear, but Jet's first one there, hitting off to his own ceiling as NyQuil, he's not going to get a shot on it. That ball's still floating dangerously though, and so he's able to keep that ball away from the Pawns for a little bit. As so Neon's able to get back in time. Savage doesn't have any boost. He lips off the post, and Neonz is able to make this a 2-0 game.
Yeah, and Fluffy and RyAndGav couldn't decide which one of them wanted to touch that ball. And, well, it's not going to be good for either of them as Neonz is going to come through with the goal. And, well, Spitfires, this is what we wanted to see earlier, Flip. This is, capitalize on the Pawns' mistakes. They can play super fast like this, but you got to be ready to capitalize on the opportunities you're given. And right now, the Spitfires have been able to do that, and they're up 2-0.
Up 2-0, trying to make it 3-0 here with Neon's shot. That one's going to float right in. Just a little finesse on that one as it reaches the top right corner. NyQuil was able to make a great pass, and I said they're scoring 3 goals. I did not expect it to happen in a minute and a half.
Hey, well, there you go. If you're the Spitfires, you're really starting to find something, and now you got momentum on your side. You just want to keep it going, though. It's because you scored so early here. You don't want to let the Pawns get momentum, get back in the series, and bring it to that gentleman sweep there, and get that 4-1 victory. You want to make you want to keep the pedal to the metal and try to use this quick early goal scoring to take something into the next game. As Chet is gonna take RyAndGav on a trip there, snatching some axles and snatching a 4th goal.
It's like whenever you're playing dodgeball, you throw one ball up in the air and then you strike him with the other one. That's kind of what Jet did. He left that ball. He could have gone for it earlier, but he said, RyAndGav, come here, come and get it. But he just takes it right around him, and that net was wide open for him. Great play there from Jet. Heads up play as well. Seems to settle a lot of the panic that we saw and a lot of the kind of just pre-jumps and challenges. They're taking their time on the ball, and they're starting to think, and they can be dangerous whenever they get like that. Novice brains, they are a wonder to this world. You never know what they're cooking up. As now the Pawns trying to find an answer. Fluffy gonna try to get a touch, drop it over to RyAndGav. RyAndGav with a great 50. RyAndGav's gonna have the shot. What a save from NyQuil, keeping that scoreline at 0 here for the Pawns as the pressure does continue, but the Spitfires still able to keep that clean sheet for this game. And, we're halfway through now, Rockman, but that was the best chance Pawns have had, and NyQuil slams the door on him.
Yeah, that's huge. And like I said, you're pretty much locking down this game. It's going to be very hard for the Pawns to get 4 goals back, even with how good of a team they are and what we saw from them. Neon's just trying to drop one in. But, if you're the Spitfires, you need to keep the pressure up. Don't let the Pawns get a single thing in this game, and that's how you can bring it back from reverse sweep. A dominating Game 4 win. And it can lead you to great things. It can lead you further on in the series, and hopefully for their sake, they're able to do just that and keep things rolling.
Now, these last 2 minutes can be so dangerous as RyAndGav, Fluffy doesn't want him to have it. Fluffy's tired of RyAndGav stealing all the spotlight, and so he saves his own teammate shot. The ball was 100% in. Fluffy, you know what? It's okay.
I think he was trying to redirect it. I feel like
I assume. Maybe. I don't know, Rockman. That looked like a pretty deliberate save from my end. But,
I don't know. Novice brain.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Like I said, wonder of the world. But, with 2 minutes left, now down to a minute 15, it would have been tough to come back from 4-0 anyway. So, not that much difference if that goal was in or not. As now Jet's going to make it a 5-0 game instead. Maybe all Fluffy was doing was trying to prevent the Brazil.
It may be, but I mean, what a shot here from Jet. And look, they're cooking something over here on the Spitfires end. I mean, you don't want to call it too early, but if you were to design a reverse sweep and a strategy to come back, this is it. Dominate Game 4 and then come back, get a Game 5, and then really the pressure is on at that point.
Yeah, and have your opponent save their own shot.
That too. Yeah, that's
beautiful. I'm not gonna Fluffy I apologize. I'm not letting you forget that one.
Well,
It's okay. You know, at this point, they're 3-0 in the series,
Okay.
but they're still down 5-0 in the game. So it's going to be looking like a 3-1 in the series here, Rocker Man. You know, he has plenty of time to redeem himself. RyAndGav trying to get that goal back from earlier. Not going to happen there. Now he's going to try to find a pass to Savage. That one is going to hit the crossbar, and Savage not able to get there.
Oh.
But he gets the ball to finally drop on through, and 5-1 happens either way here, Rocker Man. But still, little too late.
Yeah, they found something, and they almost got that ball out. Flip. If they would have really got that ball out, things would be very dangerous for the Pawns. But they get one for the road, and I'm not too concerned if I'm a Pawns fan here about this game. They were able to get one back. It's this next game that you gotta watch out for. If the Pawns can't come out early and come out with an early lead, and they let Spitfires hang around in this next game, things can get into danger territory very quickly here. But either way, a very solid win from the Spitfires, and just what the doctor ordered.
Just what the doctor ordered indeed. You know, the timeout, that's what they did. They called the doctor, they got a little help, and hey, you know what this reminds me of, Rocker Man? This reminds me of Game 2. You know, this is the exact same scoreline, just a little flipped. And the Pawns, they were able to score a couple goals back-to-back to prevent it from being a 5-0. And in the end, however, they still... Or, sorry, was that game... I don't know. My brain's all.
I think that was game 3, I believe.
Okay, well they called the timeout for that. Yeah, you're right. Game 2 was the close one. This 5-2 from Spitfires Pawns, literally a complete reverse script from what we saw in game 3. My memory it's coming back a little bit, but Spitfires they figured out what they needed to do, and that was score the ball more than the Pawns, and I'm so proud of them for figuring that one out.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's the easy things there. Just score more goals, and that's what they did there. And like I said, it's an impressive performance, no doubt, but you have to keep it going. That was the first time you've really been able to hit the mental of the Pawns, and heading into Game 5, if Spitfires can win this one, you gotta watch out. But again, Flip, it's the same thing as the last game, and you know, in Game 7s, and when you're trying to pull a reverse sweep, you gotta get the first goal. If Spitfires do not get this first goal, you know, things are gonna be looking very bleak for them.
Yeah. Rockerman called that first. Whoever scores first wins. But now, Fluffy trying to get that goal to come through. Neonz not going to get that one as he's able to get the clear. And off the ground, NyQuil not able to get there, but Neonz was able to follow it up. That ball bouncing mid dangerously. Savage able to get it around one. A little bit of boost remaining as well. Gets it around Jet. And here comes the winner of the series. No! He's going to not be able to put it away. Neonz is able to get the long clear. Now Neonz able to get it over. No! RyAndGav got it past Neonz. Had a field back flip man, and RyAndGav now looking for a pass, but NyQuil, good defense there to stop that in its tracks. Is now trying to follow it up is NyQuil, trying to get it mid. Savage, not a lot of boost, so he leaves it for RyAndGav. RyAndGav already up in the air, looking to pass it mid. That ball just going to bounce out to the corner. Fluffy able to get the first touch. NyQuil now. A little control. I'm seeing a lot more control taking here from the Spitfires. They're taking their time, not just giving away possession to the Pawns. They're playing a lot smarter here. Neonz now able to get it over one. Is he able to get the follow-up? No. NyQuil couldn't beat out RyAndGav either. Now RyAndGav racing to that touch, but not able to make it as Jets hits it over him. A shot from NyQuil is on target. Slow roller, though, so Fluffy is able to get back. Fluffy, not a lot of boost, tries to get it around Neonz, but Neonz has that cleared, and 3.5 minutes in, both these teams trying to find a way through. RyAndGav gonna shut the door on that shot. Jet continuing the pressure, though. That ball 50'd well. Neonz with the shot. Savage with the save. RyAndGav in the air. NyQuil beats him to that one. Savage able to take a little control, a little bit of time. Going for the 50. No, he's gonna give it to RyAndGav. Jet up in the air, but Fluffy beats him out. RyAndGav last man back. Not a whole lot of boost. 3 minutes remaining. Still looking for that first goal. Who will take control of this game early? Both these teams have found plenty of opportunities. No one's been able to put it away. Can it be Pawns right here? Not going to be on target. Could have been a devastating blow, but instead, the Spitfires still hang on. That ball going to fall low. RyAndGav does not have the read. Fluffy to you. Jet has it first and is able to get that clear. Rocketman, we are halfway through this game. Both these teams found opportunities, but no one's found the back of the net.
Yeah, no, it's so close in this game here. It's just going to feel like, it seems like it's just going to be one goal, one mistake that could be the difference here. And it just seems like the series right now is on a knife's edge at the moment. Who is going to make that mistake? Who is going to capitalize? Like I said, whoever gets this goal might just win this game and may win the series.
could be an insane goal. Somebody wants to be the hero here, either giving their game or their team more hope for another game, or giving their team the hope of winning the series. It's gotta come down to somebody, but still, Jet gonna try to be the one to make it happen here. Fluffy able to get the save to the corner as well. NyQuil gets bumped by his own teammate. Fluffy still has some time. Gets a fake on one. Tries to dribble around another. Gets a great 50 past Neon's. Jet already there, though, to get the long clear. That's over Savage's head. That ball bouncing awkwardly.
No.
RyAndGav's touch. Not great. NyQuil with the shot. Fluffy diving across for the save. Savage now with a 50 on Neon's. That ball bouncing high.
Hold the
Can
ball.
anybody be there? No. Nobody challenged here from the Spitfires. Jet and NyQuil finally go. Savage doesn't have any boost. Able to get it around one. Neonz is going to be there for the shot. RyAndGav with the save. Minute and a half remaining. Jet trying to score here. No, it's going to be NyQuil. No, it's going to get cleared. Jet now racing back. He's going to leave that one for Neonz. RyAndGav's going to put that ball up high. Super awkward here for the Pawns, but they're still able to score it. The Spitfires just not able to get there in time.
Yeah, that's a big ball up there, and no one's just quite able to get to it. Jet is right there, but that's a beautiful shot from Fluffy and the Spitfires. They missed out on their opportunities. They had to get one of those in the back of the net there, and now the Pawns in the lead here. They can turtle up if they want to, or they can continue to add to it. The Spitfires gonna have a minute to win it.
A minute to win it. What a great game show that was. It's now Fluffy able to get a clear, but that ball not cleared far, as Jet was able to get a shot. NyQuil able to get a demo, but now RyAndGav able to get a long clear, and that's just more time wasted. Only 50 seconds remaining. That ball gonna get touched high here by Jet. NyQuil and Neonz both up. RyAndGav passes that mid to Jet. Jet looking for the shot. Fluffy able to get the block. 40 seconds remaining. Fluffy with the counter. He's going for the dribble. A great 50 there. Not able to get the follow-up. Jet's able to put it to the corner. Savage off the back wall. RyAndGav putting the dagger into the net. 2-0 here for the Pawns.
RyAndGav coming up big like he's done so many times. Savage with a great pass, and the Spitfires just not able to get back to it. And with 31 seconds, it may just be the dagger. The Spitfires are going to need some sort of Hail Mary to try to bring this one back.
RyAndGav delivered one knockout punch. Can he deliver another? The mechanics not gonna get through. Neonz there. Neonz keeping his team alive for only a couple seconds longer. The clock is ticking. They need to make a play on the offensive end, but this ball is stuck in their corner. They don't have any boost. Jet trying to get that ball cleared. Neon realizes they have to go fast. They're stopped by RyAndGav. Neonz trying to get a pass. RyAndGav's the only recipient. That ball gets saved by Jet, but the clock runs out. Rockerman, we have our grand final. RyAndGav putting the last shot in. A little stat padding, and that's why his rating's so high, but it doesn't matter. They're going to the grand finals.
They are going back to the grand finals. The first time, Flip, since all the way back in season number 3, the first inception of the Novice League. And I mean, just an impressive performance from them right there to do it all. And I mean, you know, we talk about RyAndGav. He obviously popped off with the stats and did very well, but honestly, it was a team effort. Those guys were very, very solid. And Diffusion, that number 1 seed, you know, you may be the number 1 seed, but you gotta watch out. These guys, these Pawns, they looked insanely good, and you know, it's gonna be a crazy finish to the season. We got all of our grand finals set now. So now all it comes down to Monday and Wednesday, who's gonna step up big, who's gonna get a championship. That's what we all want to see.
Who will come out on top, Rockerman? That is the question. However, that will have to be answered, like you said, next Monday, next Wednesday. These teams, all of them, are going to be duking it out, so we will have to wait and see. But thank you guys, thank you everybody for joining us for this 5-hour stream, Rockerman. Thank you for casting, thank you for streaming. It has been a pleasure. And with that, the semifinals have concluded. We are on to the grand finals. If you are still in, congratulations. But if you're not, be ready to see some exciting games. And Rockerman, I think that's all we got here today, unless you got something else for us before we take it away.
Well, I'll quickly bring up the premium subscribers. Just a quick shout out to all of our supporters here who supported Nemesis this season, especially your Challenger Plus subscribers, Flame Intruder, Jax, Wiggle, Ago, Cow, and Street Soul. Everyone else who supported us this season. It's been a lot of fun in season 11. We've had a great time, and we really appreciate all the support. And hopefully, you guys can support us more. Well, I guess 2 more times here, Monday and Wednesday. It's gonna be absolute cinema. You don't want to miss it. So Make sure you guys tune in. And yeah, Flip, that's all I got. Send us away.
Alrighty, thank you guys for joining the Nemesis Gaming League. We will be back Monday and Wednesday, but that is all we have for you guys tonight, so we're going to be headed out of here. Deuces.